Part 14. A glimmer of hope. What if the second chance you've been waiting for is right in front of you? Are you brave enough to take it? Weeks have passed since Jason and Sarah parted ways, but neither of them has moved on. The emptiness of their breakup lingers, and the space between them only seems to grow wider as they try to carry on with their lives. Despite everything, the connection they shared, the chemistry, the bond, the love is still there, undeniable, lingering beneath the surface. It's the kind of pull that won't let go, no matter how far they've drifted apart. Jason has been living with regret, haunted by the decision he made. The days without Sarah have felt like a void, and the reality of his choice is beginning to hit him harder than he expected. He made a mistake, and now he's ready to own up to it. He reaches out to Sarah, hoping against hope that she might still be open to what they shared. This time, he's ready to fight for it, not just for the love they had, but for the future they could still build together. But the question is Sarah ready to take that leap with him? The weeks without Jason have been harder than Sarah could have ever imagined. The empty nights, the silence where there used to be laughter, the absence of his touch, it's been suffocating. She tried to move on, to bury herself in her work, to distract herself with anything that didn't remind her of him, but it was impossible. Connection they shared was too real, too strong to ignore. Every little thing, the way his name would flash on her phone screen, the memory of his hands in hers, the way his eyes would soften when he looked at her, keeps playing in her mind. And every time she tries to push those thoughts away, they come rushing back, leaving her wondering if she made the right choice to let go. For Jason, the aftermath of their breakup has been nothing short of torturous. The decision to walk away seemed so clear at the time, but now feels like a mistake he can't undo. The pressure, the fear of losing everything. He told himself it was the only way to protect himself. But the absence of Sarah's presence in his life has shown him how much he was willing to sacrifice. He's been caught in a whirlwind of self-doubt, replaying every moment, every decision, and wondering if he could somehow make things right. The guilt has been eating him alive, and he's realized that he can't move forward without trying to fix what he broke. He reaches out, hoping that Sarah will still give him a chance to explain, to show her that he's not just asking for a second chance, he's asking to make things right. The text comes through late one evening as Sarah is winding down after a long day. First, she thinks it's a mistake, a wrong number, an old message resurfacing. But when she looks again, her heart skips a beat. It's from Jason. "Can we talk? I've been thinking a lot and I need to say something to you. I know I messed up, and I don't expect you to forgive me right away, but I need you to know that I made a mistake. I was scared. I'm still scared, but I want to try again. If you're willing to take the risk, I'm ready to take it too. I'll do whatever it takes." The words hit her like a wave, and for a moment, Sarah just stares at the screen. Her heart races, uncertainty mingling with a glimmer of hope that she hasn't felt in weeks. She'd been trying to let go of him, trying to move on, but reading this text brings all of her feelings flooding back to the surface. She takes a deep breath, her hands trembling as she types out a response. "I don't know if I can just pick up where we left off, Jason. You hurt me, but I'm not sure I'm ready to let go either. Maybe we need to talk face to face. Can you meet me tomorrow?" The response comes almost immediately. "Yes, tomorrow. I'll be there." The next day, they meet at the small cafe they used to frequent, the one with the corner booth where they'd spend hours talking about everything and nothing at all. The familiarity of the place brings a mix of warmth and pain to Sarah's chest. Feels like no time has passed at all, but it also feels like an eternity. Jason's waiting for her when she arrives, looking as conflicted and vulnerable as he always did when he wasn't sure about something. He stands up as soon as he sees her, and there's a long moment where neither of them knows what to say. Finally, Jason breaks the silence. "Sarah, I've been thinking about what I did. I let my fears control me, and I pushed you away when all I wanted was to be close to you. I was so scared of losing everything that I lost you instead. And I know I can't undo that, but I can promise you that I'll fight for you this time. I'm willing to face whatever comes as long as you're by my side. Sarah's breath catches in her throat. She wants to believe him. She wants to say yes, to fall into his arms and pretend like nothing ever happened. But the hurt is still there, lingering just beneath the surface. She's not sure if she's ready to let herself be vulnerable again, not if it means risking her heart all over again. I want to believe you, Jason, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. But I need to know you're really ready for this. Ready for us. Because if we're going to try again, we can't just go back to the way things were. We have to fight for each other this time. And we need to be strong enough to face whatever comes our way, even when it gets tough. Jason nods, his eyes filled with determination. I'm ready. I'll do whatever it takes, Sarah. No more running away. I want to build something with you. If you'll let me. The weight of his words hits her, and for the first time in weeks, Sarah feels a spark of hope. The road ahead isn't going to be easy, but she knows that if they're both willing to fight for each other, they might just be able to rebuild what they lost. As they sit across from each other, Sarah realizes that this is the moment. The choice she's been waiting for is here. It's not about going back to the past, it's about moving forward together. And for the first time since their breakup, she can see the future with him in it. There's a sense of peace that washes over her, and for the first time in weeks, she feels like they have a chance. A real chance. I'm willing to fight for us, she says, her voice steady now. But only if we do it together. No more fear. No more running. Jason smiles, a soft, relieved smile, and takes her hand in his. Together. No matter what. In that moment, Sarah feels a sense of hope for the future, a glimmer of possibility that she hadn't allowed herself to see before. And for the first time, she's ready to take that leap with him. Jason and Sarah have taken the first step toward rebuilding their relationship, but they know it won't be easy. The scars from their past are still fresh, and the road ahead will have its challenges. But for the first time in a long time, they're facing it together. With open hearts and a commitment to fighting for each other, they're ready to see where this new chapter takes them. It's not a promise that everything will be perfect, but it is a promise that they won't give up. And maybe, just maybe, that's all they need to make it through. Don't miss the next chapter to find out if Jason and Sarah can truly build a future together.